She's the longest-serving woman in the House. And after defeating Congressman Dennis Kucinich in a member versus member Democratic primary, Marcy Kaptur is now taking on Joe the Plumber, known on his birth certificate as Samuel Wurzelbacher, in Ohio's newly redrawn 9th District. And Congresswoman Kaptur joins me now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Luke.
We'll talk about your race in a second, but I just want to talk to you a little bit about the news of the day, which is this Eric Holder contempt vote. President Obama said this about using executive privilege in 2007.
There's been a tendency on the part of this administration to try to hide behind executive privilege every time there's something a little shaky that's taking place. And I think, the administration would be best served by coming clean on this.
Why is executive privilege different this time around?
Well, it's a few months before election. President's in the 4th year of his first term, and there is going to be a second term. And I think that this is a distraction from the business of the day. It's a very narrowly drawn issue. And I have a general rule. I say after June 1st in Washington, in a presidential year, everything turns to politics. This looks strangely political.
You're obviously running against Joe the Plumber, which is going to put a lot of national eyeballs on your race, and he is known for a different style of campaigning. I want to play one of his most recent videos, which has gotten a lot of attention.
In 1939, Germany established gun control. From 1939 to 1945, 6 million Jews and 7 million others, unable to defend themselves, were exterminated.
I love America.
Kind of a unique campaign ad. How do you respond to that?
I think it's rather peculiar. And, most people in the region that I'm privileged to represent and actually live in, which he does not. He does not live in the 9th District, care about jobs. They care about how we keep the automotive recovery going, the boom in agriculture, in biofuels, in natural gas drilling across Ohio. They want to hear about expansion of our ports, our rail, airports. They want to hear about the future. And he's talking about, years ago, and I'm not quite sure what relevance that has to the jobs of today. But I think he's out of step with the vast majority of the people across our region and indeed our country.
Obviously, Ohio is going to be of the utmost importance in terms of presidential politics, and you as an Obama supporter who knows the state very well, you've campaigned there for years. What do you feel is President Obama's greatest asset in Ohio and his greatest liability?
Well, he's been all throughout our state. And in terms of a great asset in the north and other parts of Ohio, the recovery of the automotive industry is absolutely profound. The sales of vehicles, whether we're talking about Econoline vans made in Avon Lake, or you're talking about the Cruze for General Motors, and look at the Parma plant and the employment levels there, the Wrangler, which is up 44% in its sales this year. The boom that we are seeing in the automotive industry is actually unprecedented in such a short period of time. 3 years ago, who would have said this is even possible? So I think all the supplier jobs, the steel jobs, the natural gas drilling that's going on in Ohio now, I think that the president's commitment to energy independence, he's where the American people know we should be. And we just have to keep up the pace. We have to deliver a vote as we come to November, and we intend to help the president do that in Ohio.
What's his biggest liability in Ohio, you think?
I think that the biggest liability that he faces really is we have a speaker who's from Ohio, whose party has done everything possible to harm the Obama administration. They throw a wrench in the works of the transportation bill. They throw a wrench in education, trying to deal with these interest rates that students will have to pay additional interest rates come July 1st if we don't do something in this Congress. Delay, 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 all kinds of the use of the threat of filibuster in the Senate to derail the Pay Fairness Act. Everything that happens just seems to cause delay. The American people are a can-do people, not a can't-do people. They don't want devolution to the past. They want us to lead them into the future. I think that's the president's message. He gave a great speech recently in Cuyahoga County. He came out to the community college there, and the people want a positive message. They don't want delays.
So you would welcome President Obama to campaign with you in your district?
Oh, welcome him. I've been trying to get his wife, Michelle Obama, for several years right now. And we would like them to travel with us throughout Ohio. I think our party represents, if you just look at the number of women running in on the Democratic side of the aisle in Ohio, 7 of the 15 candidates that we have are women. We have minorities. You look at the other side of the aisle, there are no women, there are no minorities running in Ohio. We have a much more representative slate as we look at Ohio, and I think we'd be proud. I want the president back, and certainly we would love to welcome his wife.
Well, they watch this at the White House, God willing, so they'll get the message loud and clear. Marcy Kaptur, representative from Ohio, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.